You yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You yourself are the thing you have forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
You yourself are the thing that you have left behind. You yourself are the thing of great power that you are waiting to recall in all of your radiant glory and truthful awesomeness.
Yeah.
Right? It's that beat.
Oh, headphones.
All right.
There we go.
We can talk about anything endlessly. I think I just want to say when I come in here, um, I do have a respect for the room. Like, I like the room. I like the room, and then I respect the room. Um, and the room has its own thing. It's its own vibe, right? But aside from the room, um, I know you. I know you a little bit. Um, this is a good room for you, and then you yourself put the room together, right? Where am I going? You are very, 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 very powerful person, presence, very. And then you're the sweetest, both. There are not a lot of people on this earth like you. There is no one like you.
Right.
But I believe that there are a lot of people who you represent in that they are extremely powerful. And people do not know who they are dealing with.
That for sure, yeah.
Okay? Okay? So I want to say that, right? So there's a few things, right? I really love this room. Every time I come in here, I have a certain vibe.
Thanks.
That's the simple way, right? Every time I come in this room, I have a certain vibe.
Well, it's
I'm
really
I'm always me. I'm always this. But it's that you are such a certain way, right? That I go, oh, wait, okay, and I know where I'm at, right? Neither one of us are happy all the time, right? But we cultivate, like, let's make it cool if we can.
For sure.
Or if there's some pressure, we try to take it off. What, like, it's like stuff like that. It's simple things, right? The people of this planet, right? Who have great, great power within, right? Sometimes they don't even know who they are themselves,
Not only that, I've been noticing lately they forget.
They forget. Yes, no, yes,
They'll
yes,
put
yes, yes.
some really simple concept up and
Yes,
go, I'm remembering
yes.
this, and I'm like, isn't that funny how we forget that?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
So these people, you people, you will be reminded. You will be reminded, right? What could you possibly be reminded of that you haven't heard or don't know about already? And I have the answer.
Okay.
Do you know the answer?
No, I would do a drum roll. I just didn't want to pop the mic.
Oh, if we had the cool, if we had the drum, yeah, we'd be like, you yourself, you yourself are the thing you have forgotten. You yourself are the thing that you have left behind. You yourself are the thing of great power that you are waiting to recall in all of your radiant glory and truthful awesomeness, right? Everyone here is really only wanting that. Only. What could you ever be? What could you ever be? What could you ever sustain on this earth or anywhere else but yourself? Your true self. Your true self. Some people don't know who that is, what that is, where that is, or how you go about finding that. But now's the time. This time on earth, right? This time on earth, you can kind of see things clearly. You can see things clearly for what they are. If there was deception, it's coming to the forefront. If there was hidden hostility and rage, it's coming out. And even in the places that have always, on purpose been more hidden and more in the background, we say deep or we say, whatever. Even these hidden things and the people or the, whatever, we want to say principalities, the powers behind the people, even they themselves are becoming more obvious, right?
I'd like to talk about that just for a second, because this
Yeah.
is something that used to bother me. When I saw everything changing, I kind of couldn't accept it, because I just thought, how would this be a thing and there's no instruction manual? Or there's nobody here to catch us. Or there's no one saying, continue on to the left, continue on to the left. Like, and so I decided, since I understand and comprehend it, I'll help be that. Which I do as much as I can. Do I do it
yes,
as much
you
as
do.
I would like to? No, but I could do more.
Can you say specifically, like to me or to people listening, right? What? Address.
Okay, so you wake up one day and all of a sudden you're changed and different. Say, like we were talking about 2012 to 2015, a bunch of people woke
Profound
up.
transformation of some kind.
For sure, yes. So now you're here. This thing has happened. You've changed. Your life has changed. Probably you now are a little weird or different or offensive to your family that's only seen you a certain way and you've always only been that way.
You have sort of different character, maybe.
Yeah,
Slightly.
so now I think the way people woke up was so traumatic that a lot of them just responded in the way you would just a severe tragedy.
Oh.
They had amnesia, they had
Disillusionment.
just all kinds of wild side effects or results from the way that it happened. And when I saw that happening, I just thought, oh no, this is not good. So I thought, rather than somebody walking around mad as all get out.
And you were good at observing people.
For sure.
You were good at, you could discern right away, oh my gosh, what happened to these people?
Well, and I, really me, I want to get them right then, because now this person's going to develop I have supersonic sight. I can see things that I've never been able to see before. Now I'm the new end all be all. Like, I'm going to go exert my power on things I don't like. Some people don't take it the right way because they're in such disharmony from the way they woke up, or it wasn't pleasant.
They're not in line with their gifts? Is
just
that what
all
you'd
of
say?
it, yeah. Just nobody was there to say. So I try to come out and go, okay, you're going to start noticing a lot of things. You're going to see things for what they are. You'll even know ahead of time when someone's lying to you that they're lying.
Yeah.
You'll be able to feel it, sense it. It will be clear as day. And guess what? The liar doesn't know you're onto him. So you've developed these new abilities, and a lot of people don't know how to take them. So I try to take those people, which is why I created the sanctuary, which is why I try to do the online stuff.
And give them a little heads up.
Yeah, to take these people and say, here, let me show you, let me give you some ideas.
How beautiful is this?
What you can do with this. You can make up your own, you can do whatever you want, but this way you don't feel lost, you don't feel alone, and you feel like somebody knows what the heck is going on. Because otherwise you're going to sink into a deep depression. You're not going to understand what's going on. You're going to alienate yourself from your friends, your family, and society, because now you feel like you really don't fit in if you felt like you didn't before.
And this is something you do by nature.
I do.
Something you're compelled to do. It's like you're seeing people in harm's way, or you're seeing people out of sorts. And then you want to say, I don't want you to be out of sorts or in harm's way. Let me bring you into my
And mine is really scared and lost. I see people that are scared and lost. Those are the two. Yours is correct. That's how.
But that is that.
But
like
my
that, scared and
heart,
lost,
when I see them,
you feel the
I
pain of
feel
it.
the scared and lostness of them, and so it makes me want to gather them up and be like, "Come here."
I got you, right? Give you a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah. For a minute, we'll give you a little space to catch your
How
breath
amazing
and
is
understand
that?
what's coming on.
That. I mean, again. This is a simple conversation. Two people, two adults. Look how beautiful this is. Your natural inclination is to see people, or is when you see people who are not well or feeling, you know, when you can discern that people, individuals or as a group, are out of sorts, or sad or hurt or scared, you want to say, "Oh, I understand you, and I can help you, and I can show you, and I can soothe you, alleviate some of their worries." You do so many things. That's just your natural person. You do that on an ongoing basis, 24/7.
And I think because I went through it first, and so I had to work out all the kinks. And then once you've done something, it's very easy to identify.
Oh yeah,
So then you
you're
can
an
see
expert.
it in everybody pretty easy. So it just came naturally to me.
Can I be a smart aleck real quick?
If you don't use foul language.
I know that's why I get to be a smart aleck, because I got the right word. I already got the right word. That's why I stuck up on the mic.
Let's hear it.
Smart aleck.
I
Right?
would high five you if it wouldn't pop the mic.
Yeah, see? So I'm going to be the smart aleck right now,
Okay.
because everything you just said is so beautiful and true and perfect, right? You've got this. You've got yourself. We're working on ourselves all the time, right? But you got yourself, but you got this down to a science, right?
Kinda.
A science.
Yeah, just-
Now watch. I'm a smart aleck because today I said all science is garbage. It's garbage, because it really is true. All the science that we're sold and
Yeah.
force fed, it is just numbers put together to manipulate us and push us around. It's nothing more than that.
Yeah.
You got a billion, bacteria on your tongue. Oh no, let's cut our tongues out. No, that's just normal,
I think of it more like if I had baked bread. If I started baking bread, it was a new thing. It was hard. I couldn't figure it out.
yeah,
I
yeah.
messed it up.
Baking,
But
yeah.
then the second time, and the third time, and the fourth time, and now we're at the 147th
Yeah,
time
that's
that I've
right,
baked
that's
bread. I
right.
just know it inside and out.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like science. It just feels like a heart map or
Yeah.
something that you're just so intimately
It's called truth.
familiar with. Yeah.
It's called truth. It's called I know what I'm doing. It's called I got this down to a science. It's called I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Oh, it's called knowing it like the back of your hand.
Can we talk about maybe ways that people can discern the helpful leaders
Oh yeah.
from
Oh, this is so amazing.
just the problem causers? I don't want to call them names, but
Please
we'll
remind
go
me to
with
keep
that.
my mouth closed more often.
Yeah, I wanted to use some more stronger words. Because I know they genuinely think that they're in the right and they feel well. It's like a narcissist. So a narcissist, you're trying to draw some boundaries for you. You've decided I'm not going to put up with this toxic behavior from this person. So when you try to draw that boundary and say no,
Okay.
and they're used to you just taking it,
Oh, here we go.
wow,
This
we're
again.
going to have a
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
So that person will do everything they can, and they genuinely think they're in the right. They think you should take what they're giving you because why? No clue. Go ahead.
Yeah, nobody cares what you think. Nobody has to care what you think. Nobody has to care what you think. You might think a lot of things. Nobody has to care about half of it or one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd be shocked
Yeah.
at how many people are really just trying to force themselves on others.
Yeah.
And like,
You explain
and
this to me.
ugly,
I'm-
gross stuff. Yeah, just ugly, gross stuff. Me being a nice person, I think they're just naturally drawn to me. And so, I have compassion for him. But the regular, average human that's just going about his day-to-day life or has this type of person, and usually there's more than one person in their life, they really don't know how to combat it or stand up for themselves or what
they
to
don't know
do
how.
or how. Yeah, it's a hard
Oh, and
thing.
your question is, how do we know? How do we discern?
Yeah, how can we help
Oh, this
them
is
know?
great.
Because I remember in 2015 when all of this stuff happened, I was watching people that I could see. Now, I do have a power of discernment, and I have a
gosh.
very close relationship with the Holy Spirit, so I can feel it super strong. I could tell, like, ooh, it's overflowing in this person. And
Oh, like it's so good.
yeah, this person, which also is good, has never tasted it, because yikes, that's so much fun to
Oh, that's
to
funny.
help. No, I'm saying what a beautiful, neat thing when you do
Okay.
meet someone like somebody who doesn't know about the Holy Spirit or has never felt it. That's amazing too. Even though it sounds sad, it's not. It means
Yeah, yeah.
when you do, you're gonna lose your
Oh, yeah, you can
mind.
lose your marbles,
Like
yeah.
you don't know a miracle is real.
Yeah.
You're gonna know somehow, some way in
And
this
there are people who
lifetime.
can listen to you and say, you don't know what you're talking about, or you're talking nonsense.
Uh,
But they don't know what they're in for.
Correct. Yeah. When we know, we know,
Yeah.
and so it's not. I think. Well, so here's some of the things that I think. How can you tell? I think when that person's not trying to like force it down your throat with that when I see people with really hyped up energy, it's one thing to get excited. We get excited here and we'll be like, ooh,
Uh-huh.
that's
Yeah.
fun. But when someone comes out and they're like, hey everybody, let me tell, like
Oh, yeah,
their
yeah.
energy is so hard. I don't know that they know. There's like conscious leaders, that's what they're calling themselves, and they're coming at like, oh my gosh, your ADD is screaming through your video, it's
Oh,
not
your ADD.
managed. Like I don't know how you have 180,000 followers.
my
This is
gosh.
crazy to me. And then so it makes me, I know we end up where we're supposed to be, but what are you delivering to 180,000 people? That's a lot of karma on your soul, girl or boy.
Uh-huh.
And so
Exactly what are our good leaders and prophets and principals and teachers and guides and, politicians? Exactly what are they thrown out there?
I think when you do know what you're talking about, or you're delivering a good, true, right message that you just know the universe protects, you're not going to have that same fight.
There's
I
one
get
answer.
triggered.
There's
yeah,
one answer.
I get triggered just like the best of them, but I don't. It's in the same way a kid would be like, well, you're ugly. You're not going to turn around and tear that child
Yeah.
apart.
You're gonna be
That
like-
is abuse and horrible.
Yeah.
You know better.
Yeah.
So I think when you know better, they just have a certain peace.
Mm-hmm.
They have a peace about them,
Correct.
almost like a soft, quiet confidence. You can
They're as grateful for you as you are
emphasize
for
to make
them.
a point. Yeah,
How about
but
that
it's
one?
not shoving it down people's throats. And yeah, I just was really disheartened to see people that I respected, that I loved, that I could just tell they were such angels on planet Earth.
whoa.
And then I would watch them get lost.
Oh, yes.
Certain people would stop bleeding or posting or whatever,
They
being
got
part of
knocked a
the
little too hard or something.
community. No, it was empty for a while. Everybody kind of went into hiding or licking their wounds or whatever. And so there was nobody there. And so I would see somebody who, I can't say anything publicly, but I had private sessions being guru to the gurus, all of the secrets of the people.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, there's a person that might have, anywhere as small as like 3,000 people, which back in the day when I first got onto
Considerable.
social media, that was a lot. Now everybody's got 5,000 people.
Yeah, not me.
Friends, like right away. It's so weird.
Yeah, like 4.
And half of them are homeless,
Oh.
They're like, I've got my followers. Like, and I'm not ripping on homeless
No,
people. That's
not
not
at
the
all.
point.
Not
But
at
you
all.
have, so this was a good example. So you have this person who definitely had problems and issues and didn't have things figured out in any way, shape, or form. And then you have this beautiful earth angel who's so pure and light and just
Sweetness.
all of it. Yeah.
Oh.
Going to the other person and putting the prayer hands and writing, I bow to you.
Oh, whoa.
And
Oh,
all
yeah,
this
yeah. Oh,
weirdness.
okay. Yeah, that is weirdness.
And I'm
Wow.
like, wait, what happened? How did this
You witnessed all this
smart...
stuff.
Yeah.
You were well aware of all
Well,
this stuff.
in the same way a mom would look at the family. I feel like I somehow got stuck babysitting just because I
Oh
was
my
good
gosh.
at it,
Okay.
So I'm
yeah.
I moved out of the mother
Mode.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I moved out of the babysitter position, even though, was excellent, amazing, good at both of those. I'm now ready to be like, invisible equal. But not, we're never going to be equal, but,
You are gonna be
but
so-
yeah,
yeah.
like just invisible, and you don't need to know there's anything for now. I would like to be so I don't know. I'm leaving kind of space open. I think I really want to do the radio, but we're getting off track. I'm having
No, we're not
fun
getting off track.
talking about
It is good. It's good. But that's.
but that's what drove me bonkers. Like, how can we give people who don't know? Because people came into this naturally. They just woke up one day
Yes.
and were magic.
Yes.
And didn't necessarily know what to do with it. But people like me, I had an amazing foundation. I had great parents. I had a wonderful church. I had a fantastic community. I had a village that helped raise me. So I was qualified, prepared, and elected.
You understood all
for
of those
this.
dynamics.
Yeah. and
Wait,
this-
isn't that interesting? Here's my nerd brain. You understood. You were inherently connected to all those dynamics. The single, the family, the couple, the 3, the 4, the 10, the 20, the community, the church, the whole thing, the planet. You were naturally connected in that way.
Yeah.
You had your own natural rapport with this whole place. Sounds lovely. It sounds like the way that we can discern our leaders from our goofballs
Yes.
is by
Perfect wording.
that. Right? By that. By the fruits of the blah, blah, blah. You feel me? You know what's true about you. You know how big and strong you are, and you know you're soft, sensitive little... Don't be messing with me. You know what I mean? Right? You know all of that. Okay? All that stuff. Okay. So, you're a rare one. And despite anything that we may have experienced or you may have experienced, you're a lucky one. You're a rare one and a lucky one. You're qualified because you're whole and you're here.
Yeah, it was
Right?
made a certain way.
Yes. So you're made to be you. You can only be more you. You know? You can't be, a dinosaur. You can't be Donald Duck, You can appreciate certain things and you can mimic certain things and you can, but you can't only be, you can only be yourself. You can only be more of who you are. And then a better version of that is if you can, if you don't have too many people hitting you on the head. Right now, everyone's getting hit on the head because everyone is used to getting hit on the head, and they
Allow it.
Yeah, they have allowed for that. That's globally, and then people do that right here.
Well, and I think they're recognizing, and just like we were talking about the narcissist and the nice person, like they're recognizing, oh, I have a choice.
Yes.
They thought,
you have a choice.
I get hit on the head, you get hit on the head, everybody gets hit on the head. This is just what we do. And I think they're finally starting to see, wait, there's another option.
Yes.
It doesn't have to hurt.
Yes. In real time, on this planet, sorry for my goofy reverb, whatever's going on here, but in real time, on this planet, forevermore, we're modifying this place back to its
original glory,
right?
Pristine glory.
Yes. And if the question might be, how could that be new? It's new because we will have all the wisdom, all the insight, all the interconnectedness, and all the awesomeness that it couldn't be anything else. It's a foregone conclusion. The kingdom of heaven is a foregone conclusion. That sounds like crazy religious talk. I don't even have a Bible. I'm trying to tell you.
I wish more people understood those days are here.
Yeah, they're here.
I remembered living my life and hearing people, with sadness say, oh, it's not going to happen in my lifetime.
It most certainly is happening.
Whether it was the second coming of Jesus, whether it was the signs and, wonders, whatever it was, they were pretty sure that it wasn't going to happen in their lifetime. And I always felt the complete opposite.
Correct.
I felt with an absolute assurity it will happen in my lifetime. Not only will it happen in my lifetime, I wasn't told specifically that it was, but I kind of feel like maybe I was.
In many ways, in any circumstance, you knew.
Yeah.
You had a feel and you understood.
I just was told strange things, from the time I was young, like, oh, if so-and-so, who would have been, a leader that had passed that was important, if they were all gathered around a table, and you were there, they would just be looking at you with tears in their eyes going,
You're the one.
Yeah, you're the one.
You're the one, girl, you got it.
And so I kind of just always knew that. And so it wasn't what happened that was so shocking. I think it was that I felt like I was the only one who was recognizing that it was happening that was
Yes.
shocking. And
Yes.
so the person who actually was prepared for it and can see it happening and is like, "Hey guys, it's here.
Yes.
Are we ready? What's happening?"
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, "No, no,
Yes.
no. You've got it all wrong." Like, and then so, I had visions and
Almost
things.
unimaginable.
Yeah, I understood what was supposed to happen, and then I just I'm getting off track,
No,
but
no, but
yeah, like nobody else was able to get on board, so they're trying to get on board now, but it's like
yes.
herding cats. you know?
Oh, okay. I gotta be a smart aleck again. Smart aleck alert. The herding cats. Herding, like we herd cattle or we herd sheep or horses or whatever, right? You said herding cats. Now imagine trying to herd 10 or 20 or a billion cats, right? I'm declaring this the official smart aleck alert because not too long ago, for as nice as I am and as allowing as I am, right? I think I'm a nice guy basically most of the time.
Yeah.
I said I will not. Right? Feel me? Like that. I gotta kill this Mike dead in less than a right? I will not herd cats. I will not herd cats.
How come I wasn't told about this? I'm over here trying to herd them.
Yes. Yes. We got the cats. The cat's already been got. We do not need to chase cats. Straight up. You're gonna be a real good, nice microphone. I'm not gonna hurt you. We will not herd cats, okay?
And it's true. Maybe if I need to hear this, other people maybe
Yeah.
need to hear this too.
Yeah.
Maybe that nice girl who was following the goofball, putting "Hey, I bow to you," needs to hear we're not supposed to be herding cats straight from the mouth of Jay.
Yeah.
you know.
Let's not herd cats. There's no, I don't know any. I don't even know how to, if I can say this right. I don't know any doctrine or or any
Yeah.
what do we call those things? Any stone tablet that says thou shalt herd cats.
No,
Or,
I think it's our
no.
kind and codependent hearts.
Uh-huh.
We want everybody to be saved,
Yes, correct.
And I remember looking at I have a little bookmark here somewhere where it shows like the plan of the world, the universe,
yeah,
everything
yeah.
that's supposed to happen, and I remembered seeing the end kingdoms divvied up, by glories, and I
Oh.
mourned and was so sad for so long because I thought, how could this good loving God that I love like separate people like
my
that?
gosh.
How would some people not make it to here and now with all of the open eyes and knowledge that we
Oh, you
have
had-
and
you kinda have an awareness of
understanding,
it, right?
I'm like, what
Watch.
a genius. What a genius.
Yeah.
Because I would lose it wouldn't be heaven for me, and I wouldn't want it
that.
if I had to constantly just have someone sitting there, like you said, banging on my cage, and
Can I ask you a
causing
question?
problems. Yeah,
Even though I know the answer, but I want to hear it,
sure,
right? Don't you always love everybody?
I do.
You see? Now, can we fake, could either of us, could I have faked that or no? So yeah, you always love everybody all the time. Get over it. You know what I mean? Yes.
No, but I think it's
Yes.
accepting this is what they want to do.
Yes.
I can have my neighbors over here throwing off fireworks and breaking glass in the middle of the street and, yelling at all hours of the night. And that's really what they want to do. I would
Yeah.
love to go over there and be like, have you heard the good word?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But they don't want that.
Yeah.
And so I think my way to love them, the best that I can
Mm-hmm.
do, because I can't just put them in prison. And I mean,
What would you expect
There's a
of a good
way.
neighbor who cared about you and you knew you cared about them? What would you expect out of a good neighbor?
I try to be friendly and kind and nice. I try to let them see me like, oh, there's a beautiful,
Yeah.
nice woman that lives over
We wave
here.
and say what's up and good
Hopefully,
afternoon.
hopefully you don't hurt me and maybe be a little
Yeah.
respectful, which it doesn't really seem to affect what they do. They don't change anything. They do smile and wave and they're nice, so I know that they're aware of me.
The neighbors
But
are lovely.
They just, no, they want to be, they're not there anymore.
Oh, those.
This
Oh, these
was-
ones. These neighbors.
yeah.
Our current neighbors are lovely.
No, yeah, the current neighbors
Yeah.
are great. It was when I first came here, but they were hoodlums. They were scary
yeah.
and they were
Yeah.
hoodlums, and I was scared all the time. I didn't know if they were crazy, if they
Oh,
were
you
going to
couldn't even
shoot
discern.
guns.
They were thugged out and they're
Yeah,
off
it
the
was
chain.
just so crazy, and so I think it's that same idea. I can love them. them. But me going over there and chaining them up and making them do a good right thing that I think, that's not love.
Yeah.
Letting them be wild hooligans, great, but you keep it over there and I'll be over here. And I can kind of see the reason for some separation based on preferences and where you're at and where you want to be. Are those people, going to grow in life and maybe have kids, or a mother that is smashed by a bus, or violence, and change and see how things can be different? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we've been getting long.
No, but this is good because we're going to wrap it up.
Okay.
At the beginning of this thing, we were kind of asking, how do we discern good leadership? How do we tell because this is from the bottom of things to the absolute top. Who do we learn?
Yeah, because there's people
right?
looking for leaders online. There's people looking for leaders in churches. There's people looking for leaders of countries. There's people looking for leaders of underground revolutions.
Yes, and we've talked about what sort of makes a good leader versus what as an obvious sort of.
I don't think anything's obvious to anyone right now. I think they've all
all the politicians are basically that's bad leadership basically. Okay. But we've managed to discern, I think, good leadership is something that comes from someone, who can you trust to lead you somewhere? It's not someone who's trying to force you into something or push you in a certain direction or inflict their ideas about stuff at you. A good leadership is someone who says, "Oh, I see you. I see what you're looking to, what you'd like, and I have ideas about it, and I can give it to you."
Yeah, I feel like it's somebody who did it already.
Yeah, someone who's already done it. Yes, professional,
so they know
expert.
it really well, inside and out.
Yes,
and they're now able to help others.
Yes. So there's that part of the equation. That's what we did at the beginning of this talk. Now here at the end, when we're talking about the crazy neighbors, right? What would we have us do with these crazy neighbors? Are we gonna impose 10 laws on them? Are we gonna tie them up to a chair? Are we going to lock their house and put ankle bracelets on every one of them and know they can't do anything anymore? Or are we going to encourage better behavior, discourage poor behavior, and maybe enlighten people as to what good neighborly practices are? On the 4th of July or on the 5th, on Christmas or on Halloween. You didn't have to go over there with a bat or a gun and say, "Hey, tone it down, Buster." No. You feel me?
Yeah.
Anything could happen. It's wild out in these streets. But that was never meant to happen. You're blessed. This neighborhood's a beautiful neighborhood. They probably needed to get some steam off, and you were the person that they could do it with, and not have them go to jail for what they did. Or have problems, right? But good leadership is just the providing, right? The providing for the going right of what needs to go right.
Okay.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. And they'll illustrate that clearly. Like, here's how we can make health. Here's how we can make a road where there was none. Here's where we can create harmony in a school when just prior we were inflicting, military regimes on toddlers. All this stuff is going to get resolved, and like I said, it's already handled.
It's happening. It's just not.
It's handled. But we're going to illustrate
the big screen.
Yeah, we're going to illustrate.
People feel like they have the right to know all the details of what's going on.
Yeah.
They think it's not happening. It is happening.
Oh, it's quite happening. And if you are behind the times, you're going to get the behind the times end of the message, which is be kind to yourself, be kind to your neighbors, don't be a dork, don't break things, don't hurt things, and don't act like the answers are not right here, right now, because not only are the answers here, but the beautiful world that we want to live in is also here. Don't be a fool, and don't be foolish, and don't be hasty in your decision making. Don't trust everything that you see as a reflection of what's really taking place. What's really taking place is a pre-written, essentially, drama. These things that we're witnessing and we're all living through these things together, by the way. Nobody's sitting on a cloud. Ha 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 ha. We're all in chairs mostly, or on our butt somewhere. But a lot of this drama and chaos and sadness is man-made. We're all participating somehow, right? We're all doing our part, whatever that might be. Knock, knock, knock. Right? It will play itself out. It's false. It's false. Nobody can sustain all this chaos and drama. It takes money and shenanigans to keep it going. Like any show. Ha ha ha. We know about shows. Okay? At the bottom and at the base, And at the heart and at the center of all these shenanigans, there's a truth, a stillness, a peace, a paradigm, a place to live. It's called paradise. Right? It's the only thing that will remain. It's paradise. That's it. It's not a fantasy. It's not wishful thinking. It's not false hope.
I think that's an important thing to say too. Just, I would like for people to know it's not this idea that we have and
Yeah.
we're not, it has been implemented, it has been
Yeah.
started, and it exists.
You
And it's
yourself are
just-
real. I am real. This, what we are, is real. You're not just your arms and your legs and your headphones, and I'm not just this tall, skinny thing. What is between us and what's amidst us
well,
is
literally catches everywhere we go.
foundational.
Yeah.
It's fundamental. It's sound. It's based in truth, justice, and no, we're not gonna. It's based in truth.
Yeah.
It's based in reality.
People need to hear this.
Everything that you know about yourself to be true is true. Everything that you know about this place is false is false. I don't have to shout about it. Nobody does.
Right.
Right? And all the ways that this place gets sorted out and restored and beautified, it's the most beautiful path, the most exquisite experience anyone will have
That's
ever
true,
had
yeah.
the,
Privilege of
luxury of
experiencing.
privilege. Yeah, there you have it. See, you took the words out of my mouth because you know the words already.
Yeah. But I want people to know it's real. It's real. It exists. It's here.
Yeah.
It's actually going on. It's coming to you soon. But also,
You're part
you
of it.
can speed it along.
Yes.
Yeah. The more that you make it where you are, because it's contagious. People are looking
Yeah.
for it.
Oh, here's the part. Here's your part. Here's your part, right? If you don't want to be happy and you don't want to be positive and you don't want to be part of any group or you don't want to be told what to do by some religion or some, holy, no. If you're not with any of it, but you still perhaps maybe want to be well, do well, find your place, right? All you got to do is, this doesn't sound real simple, but do the right thing, whatever that is, do the right thing. It's going to be this simple thing. It won't require any heavy lifting. Do the right thing at the right time for the right reason, right? Hold your fellow man in high esteem instead of low regard, right?
That one's important.
Big one. And just this, you can take this literally, but take this in all the ways you possibly can, because this is the simplest. This is going to be a long episode to get through, but worth getting through. Just stand up. Stand up, right? Stand up. Do the stand-up thing. And if you see someone doing the other thing, you don't got to go out of your way to,
Smash
tell them how to
it.
live life. But maybe, it's called like encouragement, right? Take heart. Do the better thing. If you're on the floor, get in a chair. If you're in a chair, stand up. If something's broken, fix it. If something's dirty, polish it.
Yep.
If somebody's hurt, give them a Band-Aid. If you got something you got to say to the person you want to say to. Don't go break someone else's store. All right. Too much already. But
No, it was good. The only thing that popped in my brain was when I was teaching, I found out that grown-ups were just like kids.
oh, quite.
They really were. And so I had this book that they gave me to study on, and it had some ideas in there, and I tried them on grown-ups, and I was shocked.
Work like a charm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it
Imagine
really
that.
is just, give them the focus you want to see. So rather than sitting there and harping and focusing on what you don't want,
Yeah.
if a kid's sitting there and fidgeting and you're like, don't move your hands, don't wiggle,
Yeah.
don't, that's
Mind your business.
That's all they're going to see in their brain is whatever the thing you told them don't. So if you said don't wiggle, they're seeing
All they
wiggle,
want to do is
wiggle,
wiggle.
wiggle,
They love it, yeah.
Yeah. So
Everybody wants to wiggle. You should go wiggle.
you say we're going to sit really still.
Hating on the
We're gonna
wigglers.
sit with our hands in our lap. Whatever it is, you give them the focus of what you want to see, and they
Yes.
do that. So I
Yes.
think that hopefully is helpful.
An example.
Yeah.
An example. Who do you love? What do you love? You know what I mean? Not what do you hate. I'm gonna go break a statue.
Oh, please, yes.
There's all kinds of statues of people who we don't even know who they are, why they did what they did, or why they got a statue. Why are you hating on statues? What did the statue ever do to you? Nothing. If it's a statue of some guy doing, some horrible act, nobody wants to look at that.
Yeah, be the example and give the focus of what you want to see.
I don't use the word respect a lot because that's not really my thing, but it's a word that works, you know? Respeto, you know, it's like a recent word, but have some respect. But what kind of respect? Have self-respect. Have self-respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't worry about respect from everybody else. She done me wrong. He did me wrong. You know, we did each other wrong. You know, are you socking me in the head like that?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
worried about what
Why
everybody
not?
else is doing.
Yeah, mind go on about your business, but just do the right thing. That's it. That's the simple solution. You do the right thing in the next 24 hours. By tomorrow, we can have the whole thing sorted out. Literally, all wars done. Everybody fed, water for everyone, cupcakes all around. You know what I mean? I mean, that sounds corny, but like, you know, it has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with policy. It has nothing to do with anything. It has everything to do with truth. Do the right thing, right? Do the right thing. It's inside of you. It's not out there. Don't worry about what's happening out there. Don't worry about Republican or Democrat or whatever they got else cooked up.
Just being a good family member.
Yeah.
I think if everybody understood that we're all a family.
Yeah.
And really, really understood that
Yeah.
and behaved accordingly.
Be slightly slower to take advantage and slightly quicker to, like, you know, again, yeah, there we go. It's called encouragement. It's called, oh, you know what's a good one? I like all these goofy words. Old people words are the best, right? Like,
Yeah.
Upsy daisy. Upsy daisy. You know what I mean? Like when you see a kid falling down the flight of stairs, you just stay down. The 2-year-old just fell down the stairs. Whoa, you don't, you know, no, you don't go crazy. You know, you go, oopsie daisy, and you help them up. You know what I mean? If it's an old 80-year-old lady, oh, oopsie daisy, come on, get up. You know? Don't keep, you know, this whole thing about the conflict. None of the solutions are in the conflict. That part's over.
Well,
we can make movies about conflict, and we can, you know, tell stories and that utilize conflict to get to a moral. But we don't need this conflict right here. It's dumb. It's over.
And the main thing is, it's like old stuff.
It's so dumb.
Old stuff that is gone that we don't do anymore. So somebody brought up a subject to me recently, and they were harping about it, and my brain was like, I think that went out a long time ago. Like, I don't think we're
way of the dodo
doing
bird.
that anymore. Yeah, and it was a thing they were so concerned with, you know, that was inappropriate or wasn't, whatever. But yeah, I think that conflict and all this fighting is the same kind of thing. I have not fought or initiated a fight or had conflict with someone for a really long time. Like, it's not a thing that exists anymore.
What's it going to take for you to go, like, be all
so
attack
if
mode
you're
on
still
somebody?
there and you're in the world of conflict, you're part of the old world that's dying away. And, like, yikes.
That's a sure sign of you're going to have some harsh realities to face. If you're a person who lives via conflict and you think that's the solution,
and you blame it on everyone around you,
you're going to be in an ever diminishing state of affairs.
Yep.
And that's that.
Yep.
I don't have to say anything else.
Nope.